Legends collide as Godzilla and Kong, the two most powerful forces in nature, clash in a spectacular battle for the ages. The monster war rages on the surface and deep within our world, as the spectacular secret realm of the Titans, known as the Hollow Earth, is revealed. Hello, everybody. My name is the Prince of FNAF, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And of course, if you like the content seen in tonight's video, then be sure to hit that like button and notification bell. That way, you'll indeed be notified for any awesome videos like this in the future. With that being said, tonight we're going to be taking a look at the Playmates Toys Godzilla vs. Kong, subject number 10, Skullcrawler, as seen in the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. Alright guys, so here is the Godzilla vs. Kong Subject 10 Skullcrawler. Now unfortunately I thought I did. I thought I kept the box for this figure. I could have sworn I saved it. But just showing you what the box looks like. It's the same generic box, only it would have the Skullcrawler's name on there. And the back of the box you can see here. Same figures that are in the line. We've taken a look at Kong with Battle Axe. We've taken a look at he's not actually here. Taking a look at the Atomic Breath Godzilla, and we're also taking a look at the Warbat Mizuki figure. You can see the Subject 10 Skullcrawler there. But yeah. So here's Subject 10, as seen in the movie. I would have liked them to include the yellows, because he wasn't just red and kind of this kind of grungy, brownish gray color. He did have some yellow, some orangey yellows on him. I actually like the vibrant colors of this particular Skullcrawler. I don't know if it's something that Apex did to it while experimenting on it to make it look that way. But yeah, it was a very interesting, very vibrant colored Skullcrawler with the kind of darkish, brownish, kind of gray colored skin with the kind of red going down its back, and then it had some kind of yellowish orange color on its snout and then on its forearms and on the spikes as well. I'm sure you could easily just spray paint some yellow tinges here and there on the figure if you wanted to. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It does have articulation on the arms. They can fully do a 360, and they can move back and forth. That's pretty cool. The arms can move back and forth at the elbow, and then rotate side to side. I think they can also do a 360, but it's at a really awkward angle. There's no articulation at the ankles. Same with this side. It can move up and down, side to side, and do a 360. But yeah. As for the presentation of this Subject 10 Skullcrawler, I think it's decent enough, and with some experience in customization, you could probably make this look pretty accurate to how the actual kaiju appears in the movie. I think that the really downfall about this figure is that they didn't really do anything to really make it look like the Subject 10. I mean, enough is there for you to know that it is Subject 10, simply due to the red. Skullcrawlers are usually kind of a black and white in color, and here it's kind of this red. So that's the only draw that really makes it the Subject 10 Skullcrawler. And like I said before, if you have any experience with some customization, you could easily just spray paint some yellow hues on it to really make it look very screen accurate, because at the end of the day, that's all it's missing is just the yellow hues. Pretty cool. Definitely, it was a very massive Skullcrawler in the movie, as it was just as tall as the Mechagodzilla that Apex were developing. But yeah, very cool, very vicious. It does come included with this Hollow Earth anti-gravity vehicle. I do remember these being, I think, black in the movie, but hey, it is just a cheap toy for kids, so you can't have everything. What you do get, though, is this really awesome Skullcrawler. It's got articulation in the mouth. It moves really wide open, which is kind of trippy. Tail does move. Get in different poses, and then of course the main draw of these figures, the massive wounds that come included with the battle damage. Again, if you had some customization history, you could just paint the bones kind of this bone color, and that would look really cool. But yeah, definitely it was a really cool skullcrawler in the movie, and I'm glad that we got a figure of it. Anyway, let's do some size comparisons before we close up shop. First up for size comparison, here is the Playmates Subject number 10 Skullcrawler next to the Nizuki Warbat, and they look pretty cool next to one another, I think. Then here we have the Playmates Subject 10 Skullcrawler next to the Playmates King Kong with Battle Axe. Again, some pretty awesome looking figures. And then last but certainly not least, here's the Playmates Toy Subject number 10 Skullcrawler next to Godzilla with Atomic Breath. I think that this Subject 10 Skullcrawler compares well with the rest of the figures, considering from what we saw in the movie, it was a very massive Skullcrawler, inherently bred to be able to take on Mechagodzilla to no avail. But yeah, it definitely scales well with the rest of the figures in the line, and I think it's a really cool figure. The only gripe I have is that the lack of paint on this figure. I know these are just figures aimed at kids, but you could have at least attempted to put a bit of yellow on the tip of the head or on the forearms. It wouldn't have been that hard. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next video.